Hey family, how you guys doing? Welcome to Phie.Love Intuitive Conversations. I hope you guys are good. Yeah? If you like my content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, if there's any negativity, if there's any hate, please do keep that on your side of the street, okay? I won't be acknowledged. Cool. So, family, today I'm being guided by Spirit to talk about us being a little more aware. Spirit wants us to be aware, okay? To be aware of the various ways that the universe or spirit or the divine or the Most High, Allah, God, yeah, you know, whoever you ascribe to, Vishnu, Jesus, how could, okay, I'm gonna say the universe, source, the universe, the divine, okay, how could they be presenting in your life to kind of show and signal that it is time for, you know, a readjustment, time for a change, time for you to awaken to something, time for you to maybe move into a different direction? Where are you distracted and too engulfed in the third dimensional aspect of our world that you are not actually really fully recognizing the ways that the universe might be trying to work for you, trying to assist you? You know, the divine is always with us, guiding us, giving us little ideas, you know, trying to, you know, encourage us to align to our highest timeline. A few videos back I've spoken about us, you know, and thinking about the kinds of timelines that we're aligning, that we are aligned to, and what we're actually aligning ourselves to, right? But I'll tag it below, and you can maybe give that one a watch as well. But yeah, so what are the different ways, you know, that the universe could possibly, or source or divine, could possibly be trying to gain your attention, gain your awareness, you know, snap you out of something, move you into a new direction, you know, that you might not be recognizing or seeing or paying attention to, because again, like I said, you might be wrapped up in the third dimensional world and aspects of doing things. You might be stuck in victim mentality, thinking that everything that's happening around you is happening to you, and unable to really, you know, move yourself into a space of trying to recognize how could everything or things that are happening in my reality be happening for me. When you start doing that, you start opening yourself up to maybe just trying to consider a little bit more what the bigger picture to your entire position and state of life could be. Where are you actually standing in your entire picture? It's one thing to have your goal. It's one thing to think about the past. But when you start trying to put the awareness and the intention on yourself and your inner, and trying to look at your own life as an entire experience, as something bigger and much more than just the specific moment that you're existing in, or a specific situation you could find yourself in, or a disagreement, or a roadblock, or whatever it might be, what could the higher picture be to it? Could the universe, could the divine be putting a roadblock in your way because you're not meant to be going in that direction? It might not be for your highest good. Now, you know, the church and other things might always, you know, put it as you're being protected from something, but you know, it could also just be redirection. It could also just be a way the universe is using to try and get you to look in another direction, to notice something that you haven't been, you know, able to recognize, or that you haven't, maybe your ego or your state of mind hasn't allowed you to recognize or consider as a possibility for yourself. Where are you limiting yourself? Where has your 3D programming limited you to one specific feeling, idea, look of success? Where has the limiting, or where's the limited what do I want to say? Where has the programming that has limited you also hindered you from recognizing what you may already have in your space, in your reality, as enough to begin and start on working towards and aligning yourself to your higher timeline? But the programming you have, and the lack mentality and the lack programming you have, makes you look at the things that you have available to you as not enough to get started, not enough to begin an alignment, not enough to make a different choice and start moving in a different direction. Where have you been crippled by your programming of the grandiose thing, right? Of the thing that is big, the thing that needs the most financing, the thing that needs the biggest building, the thing that needs the biggest team, the thing, where have you been programmed into dependency to the point that you don't even recognize that probably something can be started just by you alone? Because generally, in order to, generally for us to move into the direction of our path and where we're supposed to go and what is best and aligned for us and our highest good, generally it's already existing around us. We always have what we need. Where are you shooing away the idea, or the ideas or the impressions that the divine is putting onto you, or trying to nudge you to move in a specific way or direction, trying to encourage you in a certain way? Where are you, because of your programming or because of being distracted or having too many other people and energies pulling at you and taking from you, where or your energy being squandered and utilized in other places that you can't even recognize, when certain things are being impressioned onto you that are actually for you and to help you move forward? Where are you rubbishing those things away as insignificant, or as too small, or as not enough to get you to where you want to be in this specific moment in time, but might be enough to get you started to get to where you want to be in this specific moment in time? Where is your instant gratification programming actually working against you when it comes to you building a life and you aligning to your own true soul purpose and what you would desire to live in and live like in your life at some point? If it's of the universe, and if it's of God and the Most High and the divine and source, it's all a process and it has to happen gradually. And what's required is for you to grow into the manifestation of whatever it is that you want to achieve and bring into this world through your own creation abilities and powers for yourself. Where is your surrounding and your lack of focus on yourself and the distractions of your surroundings hindering you? Where are you placing too much value on insignificant things, people's emotions, people's issues? Where are people controlling your energy? Where are you placing importance on insignificant things? What things are in your surrounding that you've labeled as important, but really they're not? They're drainages. They're obstacles. They're distractions. They're things that knock your self-confidence and the idea of your own self-worth down. They're people who make you feel like you're not worthy. People who make you feel like you can't do what it is that you might be being nudged to move into, being nudged to do. a lot of the time the divine will, the universe or the Most High, Allah, they'll, the things like misalignments with people, relationships that just seem to be going in circles of frustration and conflict. Those are all signs of, from the universe showing you that, someone needs to go. Take another direction. This person isn't good for your energy. This person isn't conducive for what you want to do in your life. This person keeps on lowering your vibration. Where are there issues in your living space? That could also be the divine or the source or Allah, Most High, trying to redirect you into a new living space. Things always breaking, safety issues, all kinds of things that could be going on, that you are just taking as happening to you and something that you need to solve right here and right now. But you're not actually trying to see a bigger picture that maybe, just maybe, there are higher powers who are trying to work with you. The divine might be trying to work with you to redirect you, to move you away into something that is better for you. But that also, again, requires discernment. You can't be discerning if you're distracted. You can't be discerning if you're intoxicated all the time. You can't be discerning if you have people around you, men, women, wrapping up all your energy, wrapping up all your mind space, constantly influencing you this way, influencing you that way. At what point are you actually generally or genuinely focused on you, focused on where you're going and where you need to be, directing your energy, your time, and your thought space to? How much of that is actually really directed towards you? And how much of it is actually really caught up in all the issues and busying and whatever is on the phone and, whatever else it is in your world? Sometimes it's not the world that's doing it to us. We just really have not focused our mind space and our energy and our actions appropriately or in the direction that they should be focused. Get right with what you believe you should feel guilty about, what you believe you should be putting your energy to, who you believe you shouldn't be having any boundaries up to. How could the universe be presenting itself to you in your surroundings and your relationships, and maybe with the lack of flow and prosperity and abundance in your life? How are you even going to recognize all of those things and take the time to really ponder it and, look at it objectively and make your decisions to make changes? Just those little changes you make. Deciding to put a boundary up, deciding not to give your energy up here, deciding not to give your energy over to somebody anymore, deciding not to engage in that conversation, deciding not to go to some sort of engagement that might just throw your focus off again, deciding to make just a small change is already one step in the right direction to aligning you to your highest timeline. It's a step in the right direction of you working together with the higher power to bring you into the space that you hope quietly again in the background when you're alone or when you're frustrated, for them to help you, to align you to what it is that you want to get to, and maybe even a future manifestation that you don't even realize is meant to materialize ahead of you, but can't, because you're attached to people who are of lower vibrational things and timelines. You're attached to distractions. You're too focused on what's happening here and what's happening right now, instead of actually trying to think, what is the bigger picture to my life? What has the unfolding of my past to this point actually meant for me? Where has it grown me? Where has it trained me? What do I do naturally that's been a consistent part of me throughout my time? Where could I actually be going? When you have those genuine interests in yourself, and genuinely, if they become clear to you, genuinely want to act on them and make the decisions and the choices, those are the kinds of sacrifices that the divine requires of you. It's the sacrifices that, that are for your highest good. Nothing in the material realm to give up so you can get this, no. The sacrifices that the divine requires of you are the things that are for your highest good, and the things that you are willing to, decisions that you're willing to commit to. And again, like I've said before, train in the new energy so you can move into the energy of the new alignment, move into the energy of the higher timeline. It's co-creating with the universe. They're not going to do everything for you, but you also won't be able to interpret how your surroundings are trying to communicate with you through the people, like again, through the friction, through pain, through cycles of nonsense that you continuously go through with this person or with that person, through the feeling of not feeling worthy, recognizing when, your engagement with somebody doesn't make you feel good, puts you into a place of feeling victimized. Those are all cues for you to recognize that you're not where you're supposed to be. How could the universe also be trying to align you to what you hope for and wish for in the background by, bringing someone into your life who, could be a catalyst for that happening? Breadcrumbing you, with positive little things every night, that uplift you and that kind of show you a way to help you get to where you say you want to go, but maybe you've been really kind of, engulfed and pulled in the other direction of all the lower vibrational stuff that, until you're conscious about it, you're unconsciously wrapped up in, and unconsciously view all those things as important and things and people that you need to give yourself to, when really you don't. Recognize when you're no longer aligning to things. Recognize when you start having aversions. Recognize when things are being put onto your heart to move away from something. Recognize when things don't feel good anymore, and respect those feelings. They're not just there for nothing. Okay? I'll talk about this again, I will. But just take time to think about how is the universe, how is your reality, how is source, presenting itself to you in your outside world through little subtleties, right? Everything of source and everything of the divine, everything of the Most High, you find in the subtleties of life. It's not the big third-dimensional, extravagant boom things that grab your attention and distract you and are here and all of a sudden they're gone. No. It's through patterns and through the subtleties within our environment and in our experience. And you can only recognize those things if you are, of a balanced and sound mind, and you're paying attention. And you're willing to work through the processes and be patient. Recognize where instant gratification takes you over, where you're sabotaging yourself because of things like instant gratification, or needing to be, accepted in its different forms. Where do those things bring you discomfort? Where do they put you into impulsivity, into distraction, so that you can't hear yourself and you can't recognize how the divine is using your environment and the information and the things and certain people of, you know, of better nature, or people who are kind of opposite to what it is maybe that has been frustrating you, you know, where can you recognize source and the divine and all those things, and decide what you're going to do, what you then have the choice to decide what it is you're going to align to. What are you going to recognize as your breadcrumbs to move into the reality that you want to move into? It won't happen overnight. You make the change, you commit to the change, you embody the energy, and then you move to the next step, right? And more as you keep growing in that direction, the other part starts the lower vibrational part, and the old alignment and the old timeline starts falling away. But it's a process, and we have to be patient about it. There are higher reasons why the system trains us into all these other things and gets us wrapped up into all this, to whatever it is that is really, like I've said before, all the anti-life and anti-human stuff, and stuff that makes us not choose ourselves. Like I said before as well, you can't choose what the system offers you and choose yourself at the same time, right? So I hope this has resonated, and yeah, let me pull a card or two. Today I'm pulling from the, excuse me, I've got some energy moving. I'm pulling from the Flower Therapy Oracle cards, okay, by Doreen Virtue. And let's see what Spirit has to support our conversation here, or give someone a nudge who's watching our video in a specific direction, okay? Thank you. It came up before I was even done. New idea, right? So hopefully this is like switching on a light, making you think a little. Sit in your chair, look out the window. Be the old wise man for a little bit, and really just think about yourself, love yourself, and consider yourself in your life, because no one on the outside of you is going to do that, and no one on the outside of you is going to care in the way that you need to care for yourself, right? Don't think that someone on the outside of you cares more about you than you should be caring about you. If that's an illusion. I don't even care if it's a parent. I don't know why I needed to sort of stress on that one. Okay, so the card is New Idea, right? And the flower is called the crab apple. Can you see that? And the card says, your new idea is divinely guided and is meant to be shared with others. Continue to work on it as you are on the right path. Okay, so build yourself and pay attention to all the ways that the divine, the Most High, Allah, Vishnu, God, could be actually trying to make themselves visible in your surroundings, through the people, through your engagements, through friction, through feelings of aversion to things, through making you feel positive about other things, right, that are completely different to what maybe your current experience is, that will be visibly of a higher vibrational nature and probably aligned and perfect and put in your way just for you. Okay? Pay attention, as well as to the nudgings and the little ideas that come into your mind. Let's see what the book has to say for a new idea. So, the book says, the crab apple. Your new idea is divinely guided and is meant to be shared with others. Continue to work on it as you are on the right path. This card confirms that you're on the right track. That new project you've been thinking of is brilliant, and the angels want to see it become a reality. Please continue working on this wonderful idea so you can share the benefits with others. Your inspiration is sent to you from the angels. Your only requirement is to trust in the guidance. Trust in the guidance you receive. Keep moving in the directions that feel right. Trust these feelings and set a schedule for completing your project. Again, if you feel inclined towards something, don't go and consult somebody on the outside about it. It's just for you. It's your experience, it's your feelings, it's your nudgings. No one else on the outside is going to understand what is for you and between you and the divine, between you and the Most High, between you and Jesus. It can be helpful. This is just listen to what I'm saying. It can be helpful to share this plan with a trusted friend. You can't trust everybody, okay? Tell this person your desired date of completion and ask him or her to hold you accountable. This way, there's no room for procrastination. You've set a date and are being urged to continue until you are finished. That was nice. Additional meanings to this card. You have greatness within you that's trying to come out. Follow your guidance at every opportunity. Share your ideas and creations with the world. So yeah, recognize as well, understand that the visions you have, no one else is going to understand. You don't want people's energy engulfing the visions and the plans and whatever it is, and seeding doubt, the energy and words of doubt into the direction and the path that the divine or Most High has been showing you to achieve what you want to or need to achieve, or have been guided into aligning yourself to. You're the only one who's going to know the path, and the path will be set just right for you. So again, when it comes to those kinds of things, guard it, okay? Guard it, especially as well when you're going through change. Protect your change while you're in your process of change, while you're trying to quit smoking, quit drinking, quit this or whatever it is, or make adjustments. Keep those changes to yourself. Don't share them with the people that you do or that you engage in those kinds of ways of being together with, right? Because the energy and the projection, people get a little, they go a little sideways when your change starts making them feel like there's something wrong with them, or like you're rejecting them in some way. The energy naturally triggers them to try and sabotage you in different ways and forms, through word, through action, through guilt, projecting their need for you to be on the same energy and level as them. So when you're making your changes, be quiet. Keep your changes quiet. Let that spirit and that energy die of the old way, so that when the old people and the old things come back or are offered to you, you don't resonate on them anymore. You've elevated and they're not able to attach. Okay, I hope what I'm saying has made sense. And it's the same with your projects. Protect your projects, protect your plans. Okay, relationships too. Okay, I'll see you guys on the next video, okay? Bye.